Hey, Hugh Ross from Louisville Fine Motor Cars, bringing you another video from our LFM University series. Today's topic, Understanding the Carfax Vehicle History Report. Being in the business for over 20 years, I've witnessed a lot of changes with Carfax. I've also noticed the customer's interpretation of Carfax change as well. Let me start by saying, Carfax is a useful tool, but it only plays a small part in the used car buying process. In this video, we'll break down each section of the Carfax, and by the end, you'll feel as though you have a fairly good understanding of how this report works. Carfax tip number 1. Ask to see the Carfax from a computer screen. Why? There are dealers out there tampering or changing paper versions. While reviewing the Carfax history report, each section I refer to is the highlighted area. Section 1. Section 1 identifies the vehicle by the year, vehicle make and model, the VIN number, the vehicle type, the engine type, and the drivetrain. Section 2 will give a snapshot of the vehicle's history. It'll show accident history, number of owners, number of records Carfax has received, how the vehicle was registered in the past, the state it was last owned in, and the last reported odometer reading. Carfax tip number 2. Accidents or incidents not reported to Carfax will not show up on Carfax. Carfax is only as accurate as the information it receives. In other words, no police report, no accidents showing on Carfax. And yes, there are dealers this very minute looking for wrecked cars that they can buy for less with a clean Carfax. Section 3 is a price calculator, which shows the positive or negative impact that the Carfax history imposes on the vehicle. Personally, I don't like this section because it relies on a book value for a complete calculation. A book value could sometimes cause the customer to overpay or try to underpay, which could cause the customer to be unsuccessful in certain situations. Section 4 starts on page 1 and continues to page 2. It simply gives the number of owners, the years each owner purchased the vehicle, how the vehicle was registered, example, lease, personal, etc. It also gives the length of time each owner owned the vehicle, the states that they owned them in, estimated miles driven per year, per owner, and the last odometer reading reported by each owner. Section 5 gives a quick overview of the title history of the vehicle and if it's been branded for any of the following reasons: salvage, junk, rebuilt, fire, flood, hail, lemon law, not actual mileage, or exceeds mechanical limits, any of which has a serious effect on the value of the vehicle and should make you proceed with caution before purchasing such vehicle. Section 6 gives additional history that could have been reported through an accident or other incident, which would be of importance to the next owner. It could also affect the safety, future investment, or future resale of this vehicle. Section 7, which is the final section of the vehicle history, will start on page 2 and continue as long as there is a history. On this particular Carfax report, the history ended on page 5. Notice on page 3 it became a Mercedes certified vehicle, and on page 4 it was involved in an accident. As a dealer, I feel as though this section is the most useful and if carefully read can give you a detailed insight of where the vehicle has been, any incidents along the way, and sometimes valuable insight into how the vehicle was cared for. In conclusion, remember as stated in Section 1, Carfax only plays a small part in the used car buying process. It will never take the place of working with a reputable dealer or an independent vehicle inspection. This concludes today's topic, Understanding the Carfax Vehicle History Report.